Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon White. Alright, so now that we've saved the world from being ruled by Team Plasma, and also more so gets this really. Yeah, now that we are done with all of that, we are now gonna begin Pokemon Black and White's post-game. And yeah, considering I didn't exactly get to utilize my Sigil Lift at all during our last few battles, during that last part, yeah, now my Sigil Lift definitely needs all of the training that you can possibly get. But anyways, everyone, now that I have Zekrom on my team, I also want to give her an item. But this time, for Zekrom, I will give him the expert bout. Yeah, considering we are definitely gonna need it. Yeah, especially when we get to battling some trainers during post game. But anyways, yeah, look at this. How come we're seeing two moms right now? Yeah, could somebody explain to us what's going on here? It seems like you've been through many amazing things. Is it not so? Yeah, can you explain why is there no one of you? Incredible, really. Amazing, absolutely. Meaning these two Pokemon of legend? Yep. This is... Oh, no. I still wear my disguise. Pardon. Yep, it turns out it's only a disguise. Yeah, but who is this person really? Well, it's actually the Master of Disguise himself. I am a globetrotting elite of the International Police. My name? No. I shall inform you of my code name only. My code name, it is Looker. It is how I am called. Yes, indeed you are. Behind the scenes, in this region of Unova, in an organization called Team Plasma, which conspires. This I have heard, and therefore to this region I must come. But thanks to the gym leaders and to you, yes, Team Plasma's council has fallen, and the members they've gone upon their separate ways. This is what I hear, most certainly. But why are you here? However, the ones known as the Seven Sages, still, they hide themselves in the Unova region, and so, in the end, it explains why I must ask this of you, a trainer of amazing skill, travel the Unova region. And search it up and search it down for the Seven Sages. Yeah, we're gonna be going around the Unova region trying to find the members of the Sages. But however, we're not gonna be able to find all of them, considering, well, you'll find out what happens to one of them later. But anyways, and I believe even if you say no, I believe he'll just, even if you say no, I think he'll just have you do it anyway. Now, you permit me to give this into your hands. Yeah, apparently, Looker is the guy who gives you a freaking fishing rod, and it is the only fishing rod that you get in this whole game. Yeah, apparently Looker is the guy that gives you the fishing rod? Yeah, isn't that kind of odd? Yeah, a member of the international police giving someone a fishing rod. Yeah, don't you think that's a bit odd? I see. Yeah, you seen, alright. Hey, it is truly Diddle's moment to ask so. Oh, what a magnificent question. I admire it. It is my pleasure. It is my pleasure to answer. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, he really is keeping his secrets, isn't he? Just like a member of the international police would. Yes, I shall provide the explanation of this. The super rod. Well, the only explanation you really need, it essentially works the same as you would with any fishing rod in any of the previous Pokemon games, really. So yeah, while you're fishing, when you see the exclamation mark, yeah, then you simply just reel it in. Yeah, that is all you really need to know. Yeah, it is essentially the same ordeal as in the previous Pokemon games, really. Oh, for the rest, Ditto, I depend upon you. And off it goes. And now, whenever we find one of the members of the 7 stages, when we actually find one of the 7 stages, that's when Looker will show himself after that. So yeah, that is definitely not going to be the last time that we're going to be seeing Looker in this game. Oh yeah, now as you see here. Yeah, now this right here is the reason why we did not see Silent Chili, and Cress, you know, when all the other gym leaders showed up to take care of the, take care of the 7 stages. So yeah. Bianca said that she couldn't exactly get to them on time. Oh yeah, and also Cheren just said that apparently somehow got away, but by the help of the Shadow Triades. Yeah, that's why we're not gonna really be able to see we're not going to be really seeing Gens's after our big battle, a battle with him last time. That is until we get to see him. Well, that is until we get to see him again, when he, of course, recreates Team Plasma, Team Plasma within the sequels. Yeah, so what you see here as well. Yeah, Cheren and Bianca are essentially explaining what they are gonna do now. And hello, Cedric again. Well, this is nice timing. I see you're all here. Yeah. Just a moment ago, I got some national Pokédex data from an acquaintance. Gee, and I wonder who this acquaintance of yours is. Yeah, I wonder who that acquaintance of yours is. Yeah, for those of you who don't know at this point, I think it's pretty obvious who Cedric is referring to. Yeah. But anyways, of course, we are now gonna be getting the national dex, which of course means now we can finally see the Pokemon that we saw outside of the Univers region. Yeah, now, once we get our Pokedex up again, yeah, now we get to switch from the Unova Dex to the National Dex whenever we really feel like it. Anyways, I'm going Cedric. Wow, fun national Dex. It looks like there are tons of Pokemon I don't know yet. And even including those that were also made even after this generation. Yeah, there's a lot more that you probably will never even meet. But anyways, bye Bianca. Huh. Bianca's as impetuous as ever, and no matter what is going on. I think I'll travel all the way around Unova, starting that route to 1 again. I'm sure I'll discover lots of new things. It could be I'll encounter the 7 sages all along the way, but you probably won't be. And ditto. If we spy each other along the way, let's battle again, okay? Well, we're probably gonna spy you, anyway, so... Yeah, you just wait for that. And speaking of the Pokedex, now, I haven't exactly gotten in touch with, Professor Juniper about, our progression of the Unova Dex, like, at all, like, yeah, we've not gone back to this, ever since we actually, started our journey at all, now, if you show her a certain number of Pokemon, then she'll give you some TMs. That can definitely be very helpful in terms of you catching even more Pokemon. Yeah, now the first one that she gave us was indeed the TM False Swipe. Yeah, the move that will always make sure that the opponent's HP will always only go by 1, will always stay at 1, and then she gives us another TM called Protect. Yeah, for those of you who don't know Protect at this point, then clearly you have not seen any other Pokemon games at this point. Oh yeah, it is also here where we actually get the TM for a hidden power. So yeah, now here's where, if you want to teach a Pokemon hidden power, and if you talk to that guy who said that he knows the type of a hidden power it actually is, yeah, now we can actually do that now. But anyways, since we got our lovely natural Dex, why don't we swap them around? And there we go. Yeah, now the starting point actually for Unova is actually 494. So, yeah, considering that Victini actually is there before Snivy and whatnot. Yeah. But anyways, everyone, now before we really get to traveling around Unova again, yeah, my Pokemon definitely need some training. And I mean extra training. So that's why I'm gonna start things off by going back to the big stadium and small court. Yeah, because I'm gonna need all of the help I can get. And now, when you go back to the big stadium and small court, yeah, as you'll see, there are a lot more people here this time. Yeah, it is not just the players or the cheerleaders or fans. Yeah, now we also have some other regular trainers are like also are also here as well. Yeah, so that means, yeah, you're gonna get a lot more experience out of this. But anyways, Rushana, look at this! Level 60 goddamn 4! Yeah, level 64! Yeah, this is a big jump in terms of level scaling that you will ever see in any Pokemon game ever! Cause, yeah, you're just below at least, yeah, you probably are just around, like, level 50. And yet, the first Pokemon that you fight against, you know, during the actual post-game, is up by like 10 levels! Yeah, it is absolutely insane! Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this right here is why this is why I'm saying, my Pokemon team definitely needs all of the help that they can possibly get. But anyways, everyone, now, in terms of the Pokemon that we're going to be encountering that are outside of the Univers region, now here is the thing. Now, while some Pokemon do get original sprites, but however, with some of them, with some others, actually utilize some of the sprites from the Gen 4 games, but they just animate them, they simply just animate them. Yeah, so essentially not like every sprite, not every sprite that we're gonna see out of these other Pokemon. Yeah, they're not exactly gonna be all that original. But for a Drifblim here, for example, yeah, that's right, as you can see here, yeah, Drifblim's sprite is actually completely original. Yeah, and I gotta say, I do like the sprite of Drifblim here. Yeah, but anyways, oh, really? Explosion! Frick you! You have to utilize explosion. Come on, man. Why? Yeah, that's gonna kill my crocodile. You just had to do that to make sure that my Pokemon did not get experience. God damn you. Oh, hello, Umbreon. Now what you're seeing here from Umbreon here. Yeah, now Umbreon actually utilizes its sprite from now this right here is essentially the same sprite that it had in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It's just that just that they animated it, and that's all. So yeah, like I said, yeah, that's why with the Pokemon that we're gonna be that we are gonna be encountering, yeah, don't expect them all to be completely do not expect all of them to be completely original and whatnot. So yeah, that right there is all I'm saying. But anyways, everyone, now in terms of the training, yeah, considering that I'm taking quite a while for me just to defeat this one trainer, yeah, I'm probably gonna be spending the next few parts just getting my training in, because like I said, yeah, considering that we're gonna be dealing with level 64 Pokemon, I'm gonna need all of the help I can get. Which also means many multiple trips to the Pokemon Center and back. Yeah, which is why at this point I'll probably will be not doing much talking, not much considering. Yeah, I'm gonna need all the help I can get. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do this a whole lot. Yeah, so that I don't constantly utilize the items that I'm for sure I am going to need. As we actually do begin our travels and whatnot. So yeah. But anyways, everyone, Anyways, everyone. Now, as I am just doing more training and whatnot. I guess I should go over, yeah, some Pokemon that I think I don't get to really talk about as we are, as I went through the entirety of not only the Elite Four, but also and also gets this as well. Now, I did slightly talk about Chandelure and Golurk for a bit, but I did not get to Bisharp whatsoever. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I was up to last time when I talked about any of them. But anyways, everyone, now Bisharp. Now, for those of you who recall, what I said about Ponyard previously. Then I said that Ponyard, now while Ponyard didn't exactly get that many appearances, hasn't even to this day, still hasn't gotten that many appearances within the anime. But its evolution, Bisharp on the other hand, hold on, really, Simipour? First you got me burned by Scald, and now you get me paralyzed with Flick? Come on, really? But anyways, as I was saying, Ponyard's evolution Bisharp definitely got a lot more attention within the anime. While it didn't exactly get that much attention in the Like a Wine anime, now, we did get a few appearances of Bisharp within the Like a Wine anime. But however, it definitely got a lot more attention in Kalos. Yeah, but we definitely saw plenty of Bisharps out there. Yeah, one of the admins of Team Flare utilized one. And then one of the ninjas, and also one of the ninjas, also utilized a Bisharp. And for those of you who recall, for those of you who have seen the Kalos anime, yeah, you may recall when exactly Ash's Frogadier evolved into Greninja. Yeah, he was battling that guy who was utilizing that Bisharp. And then we saw another Bisharp, but that was utilized by Alon. Yeah. Freaking Alon also utilized a Bisharp. So yeah, like I said, Bisharp definitely got a lot of goddamn attention within the Kalos anime. But however, after that, Bisharp stopped making frequent appearances after that. Yeah, but Bisharp would only get like one appearance here and there, but not that much. But now, like for example, I really recall Bisharp only making one appearance during the entirety of Pokemon Journeys, and it was actually all the way back in episode 2 of Journeys. Yeah. Yeah, all the way back in goddamn episode 2 of Journeys. Yeah, and I don't think I really recall any other Bisharps after that during Journeys. But however, within Horizons, we've seen Bisharp at least twice. We have seen Bisharp being utilized at least twice within Horizons. And I think he is being utilized by the same guy. Yeah. For those of you who have seen Horizons, you may recall which Bisharp I am referring to. But yeah, Bisharp has definitely made a lot more appearances. Yeah, like I said, Bisharp has definitely made a lot more appearances than friggin' Ponyard has. Then as for Reuniqueless, yeah, the only major appearance that Reuniqueless really gets was during, I think it was Pokemon, the Pokemon White movie? No way. It was, no wait, Damon had a Gothitelle in white. That's no. Yeah, I'm really confused by the double movie that came along with the Victini. But I definitely know that both Gothitelle and Reuniqueless were involved in that movie. But anyways, back to Reuniqueless. Now the only major appearance that Reuniqueless really gets within the actual main series was during the Pokemon World Tournament Junior Cup, where Ashes of Boldor defeats where Ashes on Boldor actually defeats one. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, as you just saw with that battle, like I said, this is why I wanted my team definitely needs all of the training that they can possibly get at this point. Yeah, because I just had a really difficult time taking down that goddamn pheasant. But anyways, back to Reuniqueless. Yeah, I don't think Reuniqueless really made any other major appearances after that. And then, as for Gothitelle, yeah, Gothitelle has definitely made more appearances than Reuniqueless, but still not a whole lot. Yeah, first we got that one Gothitelle we got the debut appearance of Gothitelle. Yeah, where it essentially prevented travelers from crossing prevented travelers from crossing the Sky Arrow Bridge. And I'm thinking I'll finish off what I need to say for the next part. Considering that, yeah, I feel like I've been going on for way longer than I really needed to. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, thank you so much for that. Alright, and so that's it, folks. That shall be all I'm gonna do for this part. And so, until next part, I'll see you guys next time.